Hello everyone, welcome back to Code Studio, and in this video we will be discussing the problem that appeared in Codeforces Round 654 Div.2 question number A, magical sticks. Just get a glimpse of this question that is in front of you and pause the video to read the question, or else go to the question given in the description below. The link to the Codeforces question is right in the description below. In this question it is given that there is a penguin called Rocher and it has n sticks. It is given that if he has n sticks, then each stick is of length I. So what is this I? Let's just say if the penguin has 5 sticks, right, then each stick would be of length, wait, let me show. The first stick would be of length 1, second would be of length 2, third 3, fourth 4 and fifth 5. So this is how the length of sticks would be. Weird, but that's what given in the question, right? So we are given this thing of length 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 respectively, fine. And it is given that we can connect some sticks. Let's just say I have connected this 1 and 2 sticks. If I connect these 2 sticks, then my resulting stick would be of length 3, which looks in this way. And when these 2 sticks are connected, these 2 sticks disappear from this lot. Obviously, right, when these 2 sticks are already utilized, they can't be utilized for another connection. So it is given that we can connect these sticks in any manner such that after all the connections we should have the maximum number of sticks of equal length. So when we connect the sticks in different combinations, we should have a maximum number of sticks having equal length. I'll show you a good combination here. Let's just say the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, just as in the case we have discussed above. Let's just say one combination is 1 and 4 and another is 2 and 3. So what are the sticks resulting? 5 here, 5 here and 5 already here. So what does this say? We have three sticks resulting after connections that are having equal length. So we should find such maximum number of possible final resultant number of sticks. So how did I combine this to form equal length? When you remove this last odd number and take these even numbers into consideration, or let me just take another set of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and since there is no odd number in this, I will divide this even lot into two symmetrical parts here also, and then I would join my extremes in this way: 1 and 4, 2 and 3. In the similar way, 1 and 6, 2 and 5 and 3 and 4. I would be resulting in 7, 7 and 7, which would be obviously equal. So when I divide an even lot into two symmetrical regions and then add its corresponding extremes, then we would be getting equal number, and this equal number corresponds to an odd number that is coming after this. If there is a 7 here, then this odd number corresponds here. 5 corresponds here. Fine. So let me erase this stuff before moving further. So I can divide an even lot into two symmetrical regions, and when n equal to 6, I can just directly divide this 6 by 2 to form 3, which are the final resultant number of sticks. But when I divide n by 2, if it is odd, then I would be getting 2.5, whose integer part is 2, which is actually when I remove this odd number 5 and divide this even lot into two separate regions. A major task is done. So if the n is even, I would just divide the whole lot into two symmetrical regions, and the resultant number of sticks is n by 2. And if the n is odd, then I'll save the odd number for a later use and then divide the other into two equal parts, which corresponds to n by 2 in this case also. And let's assign it to integer, then it takes the integer part of n by 2, the 2.5, then it takes 2. Fine. And then I'll add the odd integer we kept aside. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So our algorithm is finalized. If n is even, then n by 2 is our answer, and if n is odd, then n by 2 plus 1 is our answer. Pretty simple, isn't it? So let's go to our code editor and code for the question. Before actually going to code, let's just see our input and output parameters. So input contains multiple test cases, which happens in every question. Fine. The first line contains a single integer t, which is the number of test cases. So I have to account for t number of test cases using a while loop. That's fine. And then for each test case I have a single line that contains a single integer n. So I'd be given the n which the penguin chose, and then I have to print out my answer in a single line. So I have to move into next line for every answer. Okay, that's cool. Writing the code for this problem is pretty simple. So I have to account for t test cases. So let me declare my variable t and then input my t and then turn on my while loop, declare my integer n, input n, and then for each input I have to check whether it's odd or even. So if it's even, that's the case when n percentile 2 is equal to 0, and if n percentile 2 equal to 0, then I have to divide it symmetrically without taking care of the odd number that I leave behind. So because there's no odd number in this case, so cout n/2, done. Then in the other case, which is the case when it's an odd number, then I have to divide it and then also add the odd number that we have left behind. So this is the code for the question that that will just submit to the Codeforces Dech. Let me just check if it's fine. I'm inputting t and then while loop n, and then if I'm checking for an even number n/2 and then odd number, and I'm accounting for n/2 plus 1. Okay, that's fine. So if you love the video, please hit the like button down below and also do subscribe and share Code Studio Sai Ankit. For more interesting videos. Stay tuned. Until then, bye bye. Signing off, Sai Ankit, Code Studio.